Okay, sorry about the darkness in the video here. I'm filming this at night because during the day it's really noisy, so I want to make sure that I got everything so that way I can talk. This video is gonna be a little bit sad, especially for me, because I'm saying goodbye to my car. This is actually my first car and I'm saying goodbye because they're gonna come by and pick it up tomorrow. The reason why is that I want to do a really good review on this. The only thing that I will not be doing a good review on, I will talk about the good and the bad. There's only one bad thing, is that this thing pump out radiation. And as right now, it's starting to affect me already. I actually have a tin foil here, which I cover. There we go. Starting to affect me already. The only thing bad about this is the battery. Even though that is full, see how it's at 87? If I drive for like 15 minutes, it's still 87. So because it's an older car, it's an off-lease car. When they got rid of it, that's probably why they got rid of it, or they would have kept it. It's because it's losing its thing. But that doesn't matter to me because it's reporting it wrong. I expect it to be. So right now, it's supposed to be fully charged. It's about 100 something miles. But this is fully charged and it says at 87. If I turn on the car, it will say 87. If I turn off a certain thing, blah, 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 blah. So that's the only thing bad about it. So if someone is looking for a Nissan, you will expect something like this here. But other than that, I really love the car. There were only two things wrong with this car. Was that because of radiation, and also too, they put a tracker down here. I made a video earlier. I'll link it up to here too. I'll link two videos up to here for you to see. They put a tracker here, and this thing have Bluetooth. Unfortunately, because I am EMF sensitive, or I have EMF sensitivity, I can't have it. And that's why this video is about saying goodbye to my new car. Everything else is really good. They made this really sleek. And remind you, I am actually claustrophobic. Okay? Believe it or not, even someone like me, claustrophobic, are able to stay in here. Even if I have to sleep in here, I wouldn't feel claustrophobic, because if you look at it, there's all over, like windows all over, and it makes it really big. And in the back here, you'll be surprised. You'll be thinking that it's not, but it actually have a lot of room. And that's the passenger right there. I'll zoom it out. Actually, that's in. That's all I can get through. Let me remove this foil. This is really roomy. Sorry, I only used the light that they have in here. That's all I got. And also too, they make this really designed really nicely too. See them? It's all really nice. I wish I can light it up a little bit better. I actually have pictures at the end of this video so you can see. They designed this really well. I really like this. Here, all the controls over here. And the little control for the things really easy here. A lot of people didn't really show the navigation, but it's really easy. Like if you want audio, phones, info, the menu, main menu, the map, Navi, and then the settings. So those are all there. And they have these little buttons right here too, which is pretty good. Right here they have other buttons. You can see them in the pictures. All your heatings and stuff is right here, like the environmental control, blah blah blah, and then your start button, and this is your short buttons. These are acceleration, the cruise, and the eco mode. If you have one of these cars, drive it on the eco mode. It's a lot like a real car. If you take the eco mode off, it actually get worse. So like the pickup really fast and stuff. It jolted. Let's put it that way. And then other things are here. So that's the control of your navigation, which is this thing. So one here is for driving, and this side is for like, you know, your phones and stuff. If you don't have Bluetooth problems or radiation problems or radiation causing you problems, then you would have no problem having this car. It is actually very roomy. I mean, imagine, very roomy. And I'm claustrophobic, and imagine I can say that. They did a very good job with the doors and everything. The speaker's really nice. I don't have the Bose system there because that's a luxury one. This is the LS versions, and the seats, it's fabric, but it gets dirty really easily. So just remember that if you got the fabric version or the SL version, because that's what I got, is the SL version. The gloves compartment is really small. It's only a little tiny thing, but you don't really store much things inside anyway. And then let's see, it's a little area right there, and that's it. And what else? The cup holders, they got here, and they got over there, and in the back they actually have it right there too. For the passengers almost the same. The door is a little shorter, but like I stated, it's really roomy. On this doors, the handles and stuff, they're just conventional. They're really small, they're conventional. But like I stated, it's actually really roomy. It feels really nice. It actually feels nicer than the newer cars, to be honest. But like I stated, there's only two problems that I had problem with. Other than that, I have no problems with this one. And the only thing, like I said, even though it says right there 20-something thousand miles right there, it's only 20-something thousand miles. You see that? 23,786. Okay? And imagine I have problems. And right now, it should have told me the charging thing too. It doesn't tell me the charging things either. Usually it tells me maybe when I need to plug it in or something, but usually it tells me the time and everything too, which is really weird. I don't know if I'll be able to get into the navigation system. Like if you go to the audio, that's where your radios, and then your phone, your info, that's all your menus and stuff. Okay, regular menu, your map. Okay, all these other, like your destinations and stuff, and this is your settings. Those are all the settings. So that's as easy as that. I mean, everything else is there. You don't really need anything. They make them really sleek and design where everything is here and then everything is here. Like up here, there would be that little thing where it tells you how fast you're going, the temperature, and then the time. The time right now is 12 o'clock, as you can see, because I waited this time to make the thing. But other than that, and then here it tells you the battery. Nope, it just shuts off. Shuts off by itself. Oh, I have to press on the brakes. Okay, now it tells you, I'll take a little bit, it tells you the battery, this is where your power, this is where the charging thing is, and that's where your rate of the meter, where how far you can go. Right now it says 87 miles. But the funny thing is, I'm fully charged, supposedly. See, there's only one bar missing right there. And if I charge up, it'll be full, but it's reporting it wrong somehow. So that's my only issue on that. So in case people wants to get into electric, they're going to have that problem. You're going to see that problem, and then you're going to have the range anxiety. Because when I drive this to a certain area, I'll be like, oh no, my battery's going to run out, blah, 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 blah. So that's the only problems I have. Everything else is actually really good. Everything else is, I really love the car. The design and everything. Once you see the picture at the end, you will see them all. But that's basically is. Before I go, and your mirrors and stuff, your visors and stuff here, they have, you know, but the passenger have it, but the driver doesn't have it. And then what else? Yeah, I don't think anything else. The back seat is very, they have that holder right there for the passenger. It's very roomy here. The seat is really goodly done, and as you can see, you can fold them back and stuff. 60/40. The passenger is the 40. A lot of people didn't mention that. I don't know what else. The seats and stuff it's really good. The only thing, like I said, see how these marks and stuff, if you have someone like a dog or something, like my dog would jump into here and he would leave marks on it. So if he got like dark feet, you know, or dirt feet, you're gonna have that problem with this kind. That's the only downfall. I believe there's only 3 downfalls in here. 1, you cannot shut off certain things, like there's a tracker in here. 2 is your Bluetooth, which I do not like. That's my enemy. 3, you would see battery problem. 4, you would see anxieties. I would say, you know, your charging anxieties. But if you have a 240 plugs, then you would no longer have anxieties, speed or mild anxieties or range anxieties. That would be the downfall. If you don't have the 240s, then I would not suggest you to even look into this, because the 240s would speed up the charging faster, and that would kill a lot of things. Or you would have to go to the fast chargers, which cost a lot. Then it won't be worth it to drive this car no more. So if you live in the city, this is not worth it, and this is not definitely for you unless you have a charger yourself. But if you live in a private home residence, then you can get this. Then you can get something like this, and then have an electrician to do it, or you can do it by yourself. A DIY thing to plug into your thing. That would be another thing. Then you won't have any problems anymore. Your charging wouldn't have any problems anymore. You would charge on that right there. Right there. The 243 kilowatts. Right there. Because the 246 kilowatts, it's the fast charger. That's what I've learned so far. I could be wrong on that one, but because the 120 is here, the 240 is there, and then the high charge, the fast charge is right there. That's a super DC charge. Other than that, I love everything else. I took a bunch of pictures, so I'm gonna leave you with all the pictures in case you want to see that. But if you don't have the problems like I do mention in the beginning, then you don't have to worry about You don't have to worry about room. That's what I thought. I thought in the beginning when I first got this car, I thought it would be really less roomy, but I was really wrong. It is ultra roomy. It makes like it's a full-size car, to be honest. Even some cars actually, it's actually smaller. I think it's actually smaller. Like the Jeep that I just looked at, oh my God, it looks so small comparing to this thing, how roomy. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna end the video because it's getting really really hard on me now. I can only sit, as you notice, I sit only like 15 minutes and I have problems already. And I have to put this up here. That's to cover my radiation. And once I cover that, I'll be okay. And the LED doesn't help either, because somehow the LED and radiation does not work together. Does not work well together. So anyway, I'm going to end it now, but I'm going to take a little shot right here for you. Okay, that's what it looks like. Sorry for the light here, but that's all I got. Okay, when you enter is really roomy, and then in the passenger or the back, that's the passenger in the back there. But anyway, I'm gonna leave you with the pictures right now. Okay, I guess that's about it, and I will see you in the next video.